Hey guys, what's up, and welcome back to another episode of Robot Rumble 2. We are going to be creating another robot in today's episode, and today we are going to be making a horizontal spinning robot. I have a few ideas from what some of the comments were saying down below, and let's just jump right into it because why not? So the plan that I have for this robot is it's going to be a somewhat actually square robot. It's going to be more of a rectangle, and it's going to, at least from what I'm thinking of right now, of course this can change because I'm not the best builder and something can ruin my idea in a quick snap, but my idea is to have a robot with a front wedge to scoop up the robot and then a horizontal spinning disc on top of that to hit them away. And with four wheels it should be good, so let's try to do this. I'm not even recording through the right thing right now. So we're going with kind of a heart design right here, which does look okay to me. My only concern is how flat back here is, but we can obviously fix that in the future. We can add some wedgelets, whatever. You know, let's just go with it. I think this is going to look good. So my plan is, if you guys watch the TV show BattleBots, I'm going to be making a similar robot to what is it called? I think its name is Valkyrie, I believe. Alright, so I think this can be in decent design. So we got the pancake motor in facing downwards because I want the disc bar to be spinning underneath the robot. And I haven't made this before, so I'm curious to see how this is going to actually come out. Add a little thing right here. So it'll probably like spin right there. That looks pretty good to me. And something we could do right here is move the entire robot up if we want to work underneath it. So I'll move it up quite a bit. And let's get in the weapon. And I want this to be a spinning. Let's do a 4-point spinner. I feel like a 4-point will be good. And then we're gonna make this small, of course. We don't want this to be super big. Move it up. And there we go. It's kind of like an undercutter in a way. What we do have to worry about is, let's just say we place the robot in, we're gonna have to figure out how to get some sort of wheel in front so the robot doesn't, you know, just suck. So I'm actually thinking we could add a ball coaster down here, or caster, and that might help it. That might, I'm not sure yet. Okay, that looks pretty good actually. That looks pretty good. So we got the cutter on the bottom, and now we're gonna have to add some wheels, and I'm thinking I'm going to be doing a 2-wheel robot. Oh, we're gonna design this crazy, right? Is this gonna be a crazy robot? Alright, so let's add the tires now. And, oh boy, what do we want? I don't know if we want really a thin, we don't want like a tiny one. We want just like a mid. Is that a thing? Okay, that looks pretty good so far actually. That looks really good so far. So what we're going to be doing now is, the wheel seems like it's actually in a decent spot, so we don't have to mess with that now. So let's actually place in, we have no room for anything. Oh boy. Oh boy. I didn't really think about that, did I? Let's scale up our robot a little bit. Maybe like that. To scale up a robot, all you have to do is press Shift and E, and then it'll tell you how to scale it. Obviously, anything above 1 will make it go up, and anything below 1 will make it go down. So I did 1.2, and hopefully that'll give us more space to add some components. So everything looks the same still. I'm still worried about this this spinner right here, so I might actually have to make it a little smaller for now. So that's squeezing right there, and all we need left is to put down our RC receiver, and we should be able to set everything up. So let's do that real quick. Okay, it's actually driving somewhat decent. Obviously the spinner is going to be a problem that we're going to have to figure out because it's just going to be hitting the bottom. I thought the ball carrier thing would help. We might have to make it a little deeper actually. I don't think we even can. Okay, so that doesn't help. So let's get rid of that. Let's see if that had any effect. It did have a little bit of effect actually. So, how do we fix this? That's the true question. This is the true question we got right here. How do we fix our robot from not slamming its thing against the ground? What we can always do is add a quick little custom shape right here. So let's just say we do like a, okay, that could work. Bring this down. Not make it huge, but make it enough so it gets hit. It won't completely get broken off. Move this up. Actually, I have a better idea. Tell you what. Let's flip this bot around completely. So we're focusing on the bottom part. Oh, but this will be spinning as well. We got to keep that in mind. This will be spinning. Did it break off? What just happened to it? Let's flip the robot real quick. Woo! Nope, it's still there, but it is being spun. So we got to keep that in mind. That's probably messing up the physics of this robot. So let's flip this guy around again. And we're going to completely get rid of this. So another idea that I have is to attach something to the actual chassis of the robot so that when the robot starts spinning and it's not attached to the robot, the closest we can do it though is like right here, which will have a somewhat effect on how the robot will play. But let's see how this works. We can probably figure out something. Let's start out with GM 2 ball casers right here. Alright, we're still sparking to the floor, which is not a good sign. Oh boy. Oh boy. But hey, I'm not backing down from a challenge today. We're going to get this robot to work. If it's the last thing I'll do. Ooh, excuse me. Okay, I figured it out. Cool, cool. So my problem was I was not messing with the materials. I was putting down objects that didn't have any physics to them yet because they weren't a material. So I was putting stuff down and they're pretty much just transparent. So we are going to be figuring out how to get this now. Just a little bit more. So it's kind of, yep, it's causing damage to itself still when I move. So that means a little bigger. Still a little damage, not as much, so let's just do a little more. Okay, when I brake, that's the only time it's doing it now. Because it's stopping. Going backwards is also a problem. But we figured out some of it. So I actually have an idea, which it's going to take me a long time to do, so I'll actually be back, maybe put it on a montage to do it. So hopefully I'll see you guys in a bit. So it actually didn't take as long as I thought it would. All I did was just add some ball caster down here to this little wedge or to this little thing that I added. I don't even know what to call that. And it seems like it's holding up pretty well. The drive is still pretty good. My only concern is the robot is getting flipped a lot easier now. Its control definitely can be much better, and it doesn't seem to have a lot of power, but that could just be right now with the angle of this current weapon spinner. It's not getting a lot of damage off, so we'll figure this out. I'm actually thinking about making it a little wider, so let's see if this affects anything. Yeah, this is fine. This is good right here. Cool. So we got that design at least. Ooh, little problem right there. You can do it. So we got that all done, and now we move on to the colors of the robot. Now I have this set right now to steel, and we have a lot of weights, so let's do the rims first. And what color combos are we gonna do? Let's do, yeah, we're doing one of these colors. I'll move that in just a little bit more. Perfect. This robot is almost set to go. I set it to a black and a hot lime color just because I think that color combo would look really good, and it looks pretty good to me, to be honest. Cool, cool. So now what we got to do, I didn't set the materials yet. I did steel for everything, and I'm only sitting at 52 kilograms, so I might just keep it like that. I actually might make it like 7 thick for now. Let's see if that has any effect on our speed. It will eventually, so we might have to worry about that, but right now it seems pretty good still. Cool, cool. And the weight is only 3 kilograms for a spinner, which is okay, but we are going to be fixing that in the future. Our back of our robots is pretty if you ask me, because we don't have any protection back here. It's just flat. So what we're going to be doing is creating some custom wedges for our robot, and that should help us out. So I'm going to create a custom wedge real quick and try to make like a crazy looking one. So as you can see, I kind of built a weird looking wedge right here. It has like those 2 spikes. I wanted to make this robot like a spiky looking guy. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to try to move this in, make it as good as possible, and I want it to have a little bit of a curve to it as well, so that it'll scoop up rather than just leave or just push into the robots. So let's see how this affects our driving, and obviously not good. We can't move, so we got to move it up a little bit. Still pretty bad. Let's move it up a little more. We're slowly getting there. Alright, there we go. Alright. So now we can officially drive, and we got protection on the back of our robot, which is nice. Now, do I want anything in this little hole right here? It's kind of an empty little thing. I do want to add some protective plates up front, just in case we have to deal with another spinning robot, and I also want to add protective plates on top, just in case we have to deal with an axe robot. So this robot is just a hitter. It won't have a lot of control, which I'm okay with, just because this is going to be eventually a heavyweight robot, and I can see it doing a lot of damage. So from here, I'm going to be adding another custom shape, and I want to almost mimic this design of the chassis. So I'm going to go into Edit Chassis, go to the second layer, and I'm actually going to take a picture of this on my phone right now so I can get the exact shape of it and copy it over to a plate. So there's the protective plate that we're going to be putting on it, and I will make it aluminum. Aluminum, that sounds... Do you know what? We have weight. I'm just going to do steel. And we'll make it... Are we going to make this green? Are we going to go crazy? Are we going to do this right now? Yeah, we're doing this. Yeah, we're doing that. That looks awesome. And of course, details is a big thing, so I'm going to be adding nuts and bolts. Nuts and bolts for everybody. Anybody want some nuts and bolts? Because I got nuts and bolts everywhere. There we go. That looks good to me. Add nuts and bolts everywhere that we need to add them. Nuts and bolts, nuts and bolts. Do you know what? One more nut and bolt. Anything else need a nut and bolts? Because I'm giving out nuts and bolts everywhere. Alright, we're good. We're good on nuts and bolts for right now. I'm going to be changing all the colors of these nuts and bolts to black as well, because I think that'll look really good. Alright, so we got that all set up. Everything's looking good right now. I want to add a little bit of detail to this plate up here. The only way that I know how to do that is to create a custom shape and just flatten it all the way. Here, let me show you on a different robot real quick. So here we're on one of my favorite robots, Bandit. It was in my other series called Robomania, and I added a little bandit kind of face on top of it, and I think it looks super good. I really like this robot a lot. Bandit is one of my favorites. Just something about it really makes me happy. Alright, so we're back here with this robot. We haven't named it yet, but we will soon. And we are going to need more protection for this bad boy, because the front plates obviously need to be there. So it looks like it's just going to be a nice rectangle that we could kind of mess with, but it is at a certain curve that we're going to have to mess with. So who knows what's going to happen. I'm going to make a custom shape real quick and see how that works. I don't even know where to begin with this. Okay, that can actually look sick. Perfect. So what I did here was I kind of just made like, I don't even know what to call these, to be honest, but they're things. They're going to be just kind of like be decorative, but also count as armor in a way. So like let's just say a robot were to hit it right here, it would have to hit it through these plates as well. And I'm actually going to make them a little thicker as well. We should be golden. I think this is going to look perfect. Yeah, this is going to look perfect on a robot right here. And the only one I'm going to try to figure out is right in the middle right here. I might just add another protective bar. But other than that, guys, this looks like a decent robot. I'm just going to do a little bit of design work, and then we should call it an episode, because I think this robot looks pretty sick, to be honest. I've never made a robot this, not complicated, but I don't even know how to explain it. It's crazy looking. It's a weird robot. That's all I got to say. Alright, so I'm just going to add a middle bar right here, and then I'm going to have bars that connect from all of these over, if that makes any sense. So I think I'm going to do one more of these, which I just copy like this, and try as easily as possible to put it into the middle. Wow. Okay, this is a weird robot, but I'm digging it. Wow. Let's just see if it runs normally still. Oh, yes, it does. Oh, yes, it do. Alright, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be editing the episode here and just do a little more touch-up work on this robot off camera. And I want you guys to let me know what you want me to do in the next episode. I am going to be doing a let's do a wedge robot in the next episode. Keep it simple. We'll just do a nice little wedge robot that'll just do more ramming rather than attacking. Go for more control points. And let me know what you guys think of this episode. Let me know how you like this robot. What do you want to see in the future? As I said in the last episode, everything that you guys write down in the comments below is a huge help for my channel. I just want to know feedback on what I should be doing, if I'm doing anything correctly, all that fun stuff. So, like I said, guys, I appreciate everything that you guys do for me. I will see you in the next episode of Robomania. And as of now, take it easy. Have a good day.